Felix the Cat was the first animated character to really make it big, and he is well over 100 years old by now, believe it or not. But even though he was so successful at one point, and he is still a pop culture icon for many, not much of his empire actually still remains nowadays. It's kinda sad to realize that most people, when they think about Felix the Cat, they actually think about this. Well, I don't actually have the actual brand here, but you know, you get my drift. What? Right, where were we? Right, Felix, he had a bit of an issue, you see, because he couldn't really move with the times and evolve with new technologies. And this eventually got him shoved aside by the likes of a screwy rabbit and that insatiable mouse. He was so bad, in fact, at dealing with new technologies that he even managed to miss windows of opportunities for failed systems. Hence our topic for today, the unreleased Felix the Cat's giant electronic comic book on CDI. This release is made possible by World of Games Publishing, who have managed to obtain a final version prototype of the game and are now offering the disc for $25. It looks quite professionally put together and will blend in nicely in any CDI collection. The CD is burned, which makes it very clear it's chock full of data right away, and is fitted with a neat and appropriate label.
Welcome everyone to an interactive world where fun is just a click away for every boy and girl. You'll become a part of each and everything you see, so come on and experience how simple it can be in an interactive world.
The disc offers 20 activities for kids aged 4 to 8. Most offer something to watch or listen to, which can be as little as the address to join the fan club.
Felix also has a website. You can visit him there too.
Some offer some very rudimentary and rather flawed ideas on interactivity, however. The style is all over the place. There are 2 full classic Felix cartoons on the disc, which is really cool to see, but at the same time feels a bit out of place. Original comics are also adapted on the disc and fully voiced, or acted by you. That is interactivity, right? These comics are actually quite good. There are also similar things where you can make some color choices which will remain as the story plays out, pretty neat. Then there is the new cartoons, which look rather rough to be honest.
Huh? Just think of all the new friends you'll make.
Oh, what the heck? I was thinking of brushing up on my painting anyway.
Now it is good to point out that this disc will work on any CDI system, no expansion required. But this also limits the capabilities somewhat. The static cartoon panels often just look a lot better than the new animations, which makes me wish that they actually opted to recreate more of those instead. Additionally, the writing also took a big hit in the original story segments. Still probably okay for young kids to have fun with, but boy is my cynical side crying out to write the next paragraph or two. But let's not have him have a go at it, because this game isn't for him now, is it? Just please, don't make your cats vegetarians, they don't like it.
Spinach? Yeah!
There are also 2 sections with crafty instructions. I actually really like this idea, especially the one teaching you how to draw Felix. I think it's an excellent addition for a disc like this. It actually ties in so well with the whole franchise as a whole. Because of the segmentation of the instructions, the usual CDI loading annoyance is also not as apparent in these sections. What also honestly really impressed me was the audio. It comes with some pretty good music and voice acting. They did get some actual good actors here, and especially the kid actors sound pretty good. This was at a time when adults couldn't act for the life of them in video games, and this unassuming title seems to do it pretty well. The weakest of the bunch is probably Felix himself, which sounds decent most of the times, but also does have some very awkward line reads now and then.
Wow, a deer ride! You know Uncle Felix?
Your Uncle Felix and I are old pals.
I'm okay now, kids. Let's hit the trail.
We could have even heard what the fox says all the way back in 1995. No clue what they fed the rabbit though. There are also some original songs, and whilst basic, which works well for a title like this, do sound pretty good. They actually are pretty catchy and produce much better than I had expected.
If we all just care a little bit more, the earth will smile through your eyes.
The side activities here are a complete joke though. You can either drum or sing along, which does alter the track slightly, but there are no actual indicators or anything. Basic karaoke stuff, guys, come on. Finally, there are also a few game-like activities on here. One has you put together Felix faces, another match wardrobe with the occasion requested, and then there is drawing by connecting numbers, and finally some of those bloody sliding puzzles, which I guess do make nice logic puzzles for kids and at least teaches them that not all life is a breeze. Altogether, I think this is actually a neat little title to explore, and kids will probably enjoy it. It's not like I have one of those around to use as a test subject, but it's also not like I did much growing up myself, so I think I can make a safe bet there. And is it interesting for Felix fans? Well, it might be an interesting curio for the biggest of Felix fans out there. I'm not one of those, however I am a CDI collector, and as one of those I am very glad to have added this to my collection. I have no clue why this was in the end never released on CDI in 1995, as this is pretty much complete. Philips did release it for MS-DOS, and maybe they just figured it was a bit too late for CDI by that point. Or someone figured, this might clash a bit with the then new series, The Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat, which, yeah, had a bit of a different style than this.
Excuse me, can I borrow this? Thanks.
Whoa! Hey, Dad! Felix just ripped off our remote!
I don't think so, Bud. It must be one of those interactive deals.
Whatever the reason was, thanks to preservation efforts we can now enjoy a physical copy. And if you are interested in your own, then you can find a link down in the description. And with that I say thank you very much for watching once again. I hope you liked this one, and I hope we'll be exploring more CDI content together soon. Until then, take care, bye bye for now, the muzzle.
See you soon.